Welcome back to Learn Academic English. I'm Jenna and I teach intermediate and advanced level lessons for English learners who want to take their language to the next level. Today I'm going to talk about a very common idiom in American English. It is to be on the same page or to get people on the same page. Now, when it comes to idioms, there are many idioms in English. And sometimes it can feel overwhelming. Which idiom should I learn? But on my channel, I only teach common idioms that you can hear in conversation every day. So today, let's talk about what it means to say to be on the same page and how to use it. Before we get started, please don't forget to give this video a like if you find it helpful, leave a comment and practice with me below, and subscribe if you want more lessons like this one. So what does it mean to say to be on the same page? For example, at the beginning of the meeting, my boss said, "The purpose of today's meeting is to go through some new rules and make sure that we are all on the same page." You might think to yourself, what page? Do I need to look in a book or some kind of handout? No. What this idiom means is that everyone has the same information, the same knowledge, the same understanding, or that everyone is in agreement. And we use this when there's a group of people. Now, where does this idiom come from? Well, it probably comes from the idea that if you're in a class and everyone is on page 8 and you are on page 6, what's going to happen? Well, you're not going to have the same understanding as the other people, or there might not be unity among the group. But if everyone is on the same page, then it's possible for there to be unity among the people, that everyone is looking at the same information or has the same understanding. So for this idiom, there is no page or book. It's just a metaphor for the information that everyone shares. And there are two basic ways we can use this. First, we can use to be on the same page or to get people on the same page to mean that everyone has the same knowledge, information, or understanding. For example, at the beginning of a grammar class, I might say, "I know many of you have already learned passive voice, but today we're going to review it so that we can be sure we are all on the same page." So we all have the same information, the same knowledge, the same understanding of the grammar. In fact, I use this in my classes all the time. Note that because we're referring to a group of people, we often say, "we all," or "we are all on the same page." We often use that word all to emphasize that we're talking about all the people in the group. The second way that we can use this is to mean that everyone is in agreement. This is a little different from the first meaning. The second meaning really means that everyone has the same opinion or that everyone agrees. So we often use this in work meetings, business meetings, or other kinds of meetings where we have a lot of people, but we need to come to an agreement. For example, we could say, "The purpose of tomorrow's meeting is to try to get the managers and the employees on the same page." So that means that we need to get them to agree or to be in agreement about something. Because if a group of people are on the same page, that means that they have the same aims, the same goals, and that they are working well together. Here's another example. In order to make progress on climate change, we need to get environmentalists and businesses on the same page. Okay, let's look at a few examples that we could use at the beginning of a meeting, at the end of a meeting. So this is good if you want to use this at work, at the beginning of a class, or at the end of a class, and that will be good if you are in school. So first, at the beginning of a meeting, the leader of the meeting might say, "I'm going to start with an overview of the issue, just to make sure that we're all on the same page." How about at the end of a meeting? "In today's meeting, we discussed a lot, but the most important question was, what should we do with our extra profits at the end of this quarter? We came to the decision that we should use this to invest in new office equipment. Are we all on the same page about that?" So are we all in agreement? And in a class, we might hear something like this come from the teacher or professor. I know we've already covered essay structure before, but because we have some new students, I think it's important for us to go over it again. We just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So that would mean that we all have the same understanding or knowledge. And at the end of a class, the professor might use this to check that everyone is in agreement or with the same understanding. So we decided that the next step is going to be to meet with your group and prepare your presentation, which you're going to deliver next week. Are we all on the same page about this? I hope so. So let me know if you've heard this idiom before and if you use it in your English. And be sure to check below because I'm going to leave some links to other videos that I have about idioms. I know that idioms are so useful for you because we use them all the time at work, in school, and other situations. And if you know them, it's going to help you to understand people more. And it might help you in your speaking too, because maybe you'll feel comfortable using them and your fluency will improve. People will understand you better if you can use idioms that are common. Let me know if you find this video helpful. Don't forget to give it a like, and I hope to see you back here soon. Take care, and let me know if you have any questions.